Okay, today we're doing unit rates and tables, and we have a couple of vocabulary words we need to understand. Independent variables are variables whose value does not depend on another. It does always come first in a table. So an example of an independent variable would be like time, for like word problems where we're working with miles per hour. It would be the hours. Dependent variables are variables whose value depends on another. It typically comes second in a table. Unit rate, we find that by taking the value of y, or our dependent variable, and dividing by our independent variable. When we're working with this first table, they've actually, the people that created it actually flipped everything around. So we have distance first and then time. So our independent variable in this one would be our time, which is x, and then our distance is y. Okay, so we're going to work this one out looking at it two different ways. The first one I'm going to solve by looking at patterns. Okay, so our problem first starts, it says that Jeff hikes 1/2 a mile every 1/4 of an hour. Okay, it's telling us that here, and then 1/4 of an hour. And then it shows us that here, 1/2 a mile and 1/4 of an hour. So when we're increasing, we're looking to keep that ratio the same. So 1/4 to 1/2, we're adding 1/4 of an hour, which means because it's 1/2 a mile every 1/4 of an hour, we're adding another 1/2 a mile. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1/2. Okay, and then we're looking at it again. We're increasing again by 1/4. Okay, which means we're adding another 1/2. So we've got 1 and 1/2. Okay, then we're increasing again. We're adding another 1/4, which means we're adding another 1/2. This gives us 2. Okay, and now at this point, when we're going from the 1 to the 2, we're adding a whole, or we're doubling. I think it's easier for us to see that doubling, we're multiplying it by 2. So here we're going to take and multiply it by 2, which gives us 4. Okay, now on the bottom one, we're actually going to take and find the unit rate and use that information to fill our table in. Okay, so let's just kind of remember, this is our y and this is our x. And we know that because we always get miles per hour. Okay. Okay, so when we take and set this up, okay, miles per hour, y divided by x, so 1/3 divided by 1/6. And remember, we always keep change reciprocal, so that means 1/3 times 6 over 1. We can cross simplify here, and that gives us 2 over 1. Okay, and what this is telling us is 2 miles per 1 hour. Okay, and because it's 2 miles per 1 hour, I can go ahead and go over here to where we have 1 hour and fill in my 2 miles. Okay, now I can take this information that we have and I can use my unit rate to multiply by my number of hours, and that's going to tell me how far that they traveled. So times 2 over 1, and then we just do 1 times 2, which is 2, and 3 times 1, which is 3, so 2/3 of a mile. Okay, I'm going to multiply by 2 over 1. Okay, I can take and cross simplify this one, okay, which is going to give me 1/2. Okay, and then over here, we've already solved this one. Okay, so I'm going to take and multiply 2 times 2, which gives me 4 miles in 2 hours. Okay, the next set of an example is just a review for how to find unit rates and identifying it in a table. So x is our minutes, and y is going to be our miles. So when we take and fill this in, this first one's 1.5 miles in 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes. And I'm just going to go ahead and change them to improper. Okay, and then this is telling me to take y and divide by x. So 3/2 divided by 15. Keep change reciprocal. Okay, cross simplify. Okay, and then we multiply 1 times 1, which is 1, 2 times 5, 10. This is 1/10 mile per 1 minute. Okay, let's do our next one. We've got 12 minutes. We've got 2 miles. Y divided by x, so 2 divided by 12. Okay, which when we take into, and we just need to simplify this, I'm going to divide both of these by 2, and I get 1/6, so 1/6 miles per 1 minute. Okay, and our last one, we've got 20 minutes, and then we've got 7/3 of a mile, so we're going to take 7/3 divided by 20/1, keep, change reciprocal, 7/3 times 1/20. I can't cross simplify, so just multiply straight across, and I get 7/60 miles per 1 minute. Okay? If you have any questions, email me and let me know. See you later.